What is up, guys? So today we are working on my stepdad's 2014 Dodge Charger RT Hemi 5.7 liter V8. So today we are changing the brakes and the rotors. So we have all the materials and parts we need, and we're going to show you the steps and the safety in order to get this this little project done. So basically all he has going right now is this is his daily rider. So he did the front headlights, he did the tint, and then he's done this, and then did the back tint too, and then he did the tail lights, and then he has an exhaust system, Flowmaster. Originally came off a Daytona Charger. So yeah, he has that going, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, still working on little bits and pieces. So yeah, so let's knock these brakes out. All right, guys, so items you're gonna need to do the front brake job is you're gonna need the brake pads. This is just the Duralast Gold. You can get your local AutoZone or anything. And then yeah, so we got that, and then we got the rotors, both rotors. They're also Duralast. You can get them at your local AutoZone. And then all you need is a jack stand and then a jack. Yeah, so let's get into it. All right, so first step is wipe down the rotors with the brake cleaner, and then wipe it down with like a towel, microfiber, or paper towels. So yeah. All right, so whenever you're lifting up the car, you always want to make sure you have your jack, and then so when this is up, you always want to make sure this is underneath it, just as like a safety. And then so yeah, so for this there is 2 bolts back here you want to take out. So I don't know if you guys can see this right there. There's 1, and then there's 2 right there, right down there. So you want to take those 2 out, and then this will pop off. All right, if you're having a little bit of struggle taking them out, these are really long bolts. It's because they're big brakes. So whenever you're doing that, and if they get really hard, you can use WD-40. So yeah, let's take those off and let's get to the brakes. So 2 bolts are out, and yeah, you can see how big they are. They're not your average caliper bolts, so yeah, they're pretty big. So we got these, there's only 2, so I got 2 of them out. This whole thing will come off. Pops off like that, and then leave it to rest up here. You could take a bucket or anything, and you can put it right underneath, and just to hold up the caliper. So you just grab any type of bucket, anything works really, just to let it rest on there in the meantime, so you don't put any stress on the brake line, you know, because you really don't want to like mess with the brake lines, you know. It's another project. So this just pops off like that, and then yeah, so you can just take a bristle brush or anything, or a towel, and you can just wipe it up, spray it, whatever you want to do. So for this, there's 2 on both sides. So really all you want to do is just, you can take anything. You can take a flathead and just pop them out. So what you're going to do is just take your flathead and then just want to pry it out like that. Just pop out like that. So yeah. Both pads are out, and now all you want to do is you want to push the piston in. So all you want to use is this to push the piston in, and then you're basically done. I use one of these, use the old one. I just push it with the piston, so you don't have to use the new ones. So yeah, it's pretty easy. So yeah. All you want to do is just take this, and then you're just going to keep screwing it. It's going to push those pistons right back up, and then you'll be able to put the new brakes back in. So it's a pretty easy process. So yeah. Alright guys, so pistons are back in their place, and yeah, so all you're going to do is just clips right here, and you're just going to pop them out. Alright, so both clips are out. Sometimes they get a little bit tricky, so you just got to wiggle them around, and they'll eventually just pop right out. So yeah, so there we go. Looks good, and we're ready to put the new brakes in, and then we'll put it back on. We got our new clips right here, and then we got our 2 piston brakes. So just need 2 of them, one for the right, one for the left. So just to the side, we'll grab our new clips. Grab our new ones, those to the side. Alright, let's get our, so, put those to the side. Alright, so start off with this one. We'll put, so first we're going to put the clips back in. Alright guys, so new clips are in, and then time to put the brakes in. Alright guys, so brakes are in, and piston is pushed in, so now we're ready to put the rotor on and slap the caliper back on. Alright, so rotor is on. Sometimes you could just put 2 of these on just so the rotor stays stable. And then you can continue the process of getting the caliper on the rotor. Alright guys, so rotor is on, and then all we have to do is take our socket and our 21. Yep. All we're gonna do is just do those two bolts, put them in there, and then we're just gonna tighten them up. And that's all we gotta do. And then, yeah, we're pretty much done. You can take out these since it's basically tightened now. So yeah, we're just gonna tighten it up. All right guys, so caliper's on. It's all tightened. You can always maybe do a quick clean on the rotor or whatever, but now it's time to just slap the tire on. And that's basically it. That's how to do a 2014 Dodge Charger RT Hemi 5.7 liter V8. So yeah, it works for pretty much any of the Chargers, Challengers, base models and RTs. The other ones, 392s and Hellcats, it's they're Brembos, so it's basically like two or three pins, it depends. All right guys, so we're gonna use this torque wrench. Tires on. It's a 5 lug, so we're just gonna lightly tighten with this, and then we're just gonna torque it. 110 pounds. All right guys, so rotors and brakes are all done, and tires on. So yeah, this is how you do the front brakes. You know, we got a lot more videos coming, so make sure you guys stay tuned and like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you guys hit that bell too, and yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.